of the Month Club. And today is going to be an online recording of a session due to the fact that it's a public holiday, and our public holiday is Freedom Day. And we thought that there was no better opportunity than perhaps to chat financial freedom and actually what that means to you. We usually like to do these types of sessions in a face-to-face environment, or at least in an environment where we can participate and have conversation, because to each and every individual, financial freedom might mean something different. We're going to share with you a couple of ideas and thoughts on what financial freedom is, and then perhaps open up some debate and discussion around what being financially free might mean. Those of you who joined our retirement planning workshop a couple of months ago would have remembered that we spoke about the need to obtain a capital lump sum to be available for us to draw an income from for the rest of our lives. And you may remember in that session that we spoke about how many years we had to retirement and how many years we would need to draw the income down post-retirement. We also discussed in that session the possibility and likelihood of having a lump sum way before that retirement date. And sometimes I think we postpone saving, we postpone thinking financial freedom to a future date, as opposed to saying, could we not have that today? And if we did have that today, what would we need? And at the end of the day, it's really quite simple in terms of understanding what you need. That need is often discussed as a budget. The amount of people we assist with financial planning on an ongoing basis that actually don't work with a budget is really frightening. If you don't work with a budget, if you don't know what you need, how do you know when there's going to be any money left, whether there's going to be money for that emergency that may crop up, or that long-awaited holiday, or massive purchase of a large asset, whatever it might be? That budget is extremely important. Start that and use that as your foundation to financial freedom. If you know what you need, we can then ascertain how much capital would need to be available in order to draw that income. What do we mean by that? That capital could be savings in an investment, a lump sum amount of money. It could be assets that are producing an income, potentially a rental income for a property perhaps, or a business venture that is generating an income that is stable. That could be capital amounts that would be generating income going forward. And if we know what income we can generate from those income-bearing assets, we then can determine whether there is sufficient income from that to meet our budget, or whether we need to be increasing our capital, our assets that could produce income. We constantly think of our budget being related to our salary, and that's fine, that's perfectly fine. Although we need to start saying, is there money left at the end of that budget, at the end of that month, for us to start to plan and generate income producing assets? During COVID, we formulated a spreadsheet. A lot of online meetings were being held, and we were struggling to have in-depth conversations with our clients in terms of understanding what their needs are and what solutions are currently in place in terms of their investments, their risk planning, etc. Those of you who are clients of ours will have worked through one of these spreadsheets with us. And if you haven't, please reach out to us so we can do an update on your profile, that we can assist and guide you in terms of understanding your budget and understanding how those match up and meet in with your assets that you are currently building up over a period of time. And we can give you an idea with using future value calculations, not only in our expenses, but also in our savings that we're accumulating, how long it will take you to be in a position where your assets would be sufficient in order for you to draw an income for the rest of your life, creating financial freedom. Financial freedom is potentially having enough assets generating income to pay all of your necessary expenses on an ongoing basis. Financial freedom may be having a bond that is fully paid off and owning your property and knowing that regardless of what income you have coming in, that you have a roof over your head. We all know that although we may own a property that may be bond-free if we're lucky and fortunate enough, or have a bond still that we are repaying, that there are additional costs, rents, interest. Let's try that again. Your water and your lights, your rates and your taxes, your insurance on the property. All of those are ongoing, and we would then need to obviously have enough income to be able to resolve those issues. So when we're talking financial freedom, it's extremely important to know what your budget is, know how much capital you need in order to be able to draw that income down. And with our simplified spreadsheet that we use, which is our own mini financial needs analysis, we're able to give that to you in very easy, user-friendly terms. We can then assist you in putting in place some of those investments, your flexible investments, your endowments, your retirement plans, your property portfolio that's going to be generating income, etc. Business units that might be earning an income. So please, if you do have a need to want to be financially free, and I'm yet to find anybody who would answer no to that question, reach out to us. Let us just do your own personal numbers. Know your numbers. Know what they are for today. Know what they are for your future financial freedom. And ultimately, what you'd need for retirement, when hopefully we have the opportunity to be financial free and still fit and young enough and healthy enough to be able to enjoy those special years. But I'd argue that it's opportune for you to be able to do that long before retirement. Starting out early, the sooner we start, we know Albert Einstein's eighth wonder of the world, compound interest. We know that the sooner that you start, the better it's going to be and the more opportune it's going to be for you to have financial freedom sooner in your lifetime rather than pushing it out indefinitely. Reach out to us. Let's have a quick chat around your numbers. Let's chat around financial freedom, and let's chat around how those incomes are going to be generated from the investments, the capital investments that you may have, or from the property rental company or portfolio that you may be setting up. It's a short and sweet session for today, and we hope that we've sparked your interest with knowing your numbers, becoming financial free, and then hopefully being in a position where you can start to build up your capital sooner rather than later. Thanks for the time, thanks for the opportunity, and we look forward to reaching out to you shortly and being able to break it down and make some sense of your numbers. Have a great financial freedom day, and enjoy your public holiday, whatever you may be doing. Stay safe, and keep saving. Have a good evening. Cheers.